Hey, it's Taylor here with Taylor Tuning again. Today we have a GTR on the dyno. This one's an 09, basic bolt-ons and some fuel upgrades from what I'm gathering. They brought it in because it was lacking power, low boost, stuff like that. It is tuned on an old Cobb V2, so that could be related, but we're going to give this thing a run on the dyno and try to dag what's going on and figure out what we need to do to upgrade it and see where we can improve things. Let's check it out real quick. Alright, pretty cool setup. All the work was originally done by ASR here. This is our Sema car many years ago. Got their charge piping, tile blow-off valves, nice shiny intake manifold, and all that fun stuff, as well as some exhaust. We're gonna get this thing rolling and see what kind of power it makes it where it is and see how we can improve it. Alright, so without even having ran the car on the dyno yet, just a few things I've noticed. It looks like it's on an older style, like ID725. It doesn't have an air oil separator, so we're definitely going to suggest upgrading that. And once I actually get some info on how the car's running, data from the computer and everything, then I'll suggest maybe fuel pumps, injector upgrades, E85, you know, even speed density if it needs it. Which, judging by the sorry, I can't talk. Blow-off valves, definitely probably part of how they have it tuned now on the Cobb anyway. We can't open the old Cobb stuff on the new software because Cobb removed those features, but Ecutek will still be able to support speed density and keep this thing nice and happy along the way. But let's finish getting it strapped down and then we will run it and see where it's at now. Alright, got our baselines done here on the GTR. We ran it first on basically the way it came in. It was on like the base low boost setting, 463, 511 torque. A little concerning, but then I realized he had a high boost map in the access port as well, so we loaded that in, and that got us up to 574 and 616, as you see here, which is good. But we also noticed that the power band's really like lumpy and crappy looking. There's something causing the boost to oscillate as it's going through the RPMs. And I actually think the car might be on a stock transmission tune. So I really think that's probably a big part of it. The clutch is probably sitting there slipping a little bit, causing everything to oscillate. Other than that, it could just have the wastegate duty out of spec in the tune as well. Either way, we're going to uninstall the access port and swap everything over to Ecutek and get this thing running how it should. Now we're going to go look at this data log so I can just show you how much that boost was oscillating. Let's check it out. Alright, here's a data log from the high boost run. These beautiful green and yellow zigzags are the boost during that. As you can see, it's just oscillating all over the place, which either means it's exceeding the boost target and trying to help control itself, which is pretty likely because it's, well, all over the place, or the clutch slip protection's kicking in and trying to protect it as well. Beyond that, doesn't look like anything's like horribly wrong per se, but this is definitely not acceptable, so we're gonna get this thing running much better than this and much smoother without all the issues. Alright, so we looked over those logs. Obviously tuning is definitely a necessity from this point, and actually we put together a pretty good little set of upgrades that we're gonna probably do on this one as well, but for now let's see if we can get this thing smoothed out a little bit since it's already on the dyno, and kind of go from there and decide how far we want to go with the new mods. did exactly what we thought it would do. We did confirm the trans tune is stock, or was stock. It's not anymore because we got our Ecutek trans tune in there, as well as our base map for the engine. We smoothed everything out, and it's actually turned down a little bit from where it was on the other one, but we picked up a little bit of power and got it a touch over 590 there. We did realize we were maxing out the current fuel system, so we're going to go ahead and get this thing on some ID 1300s, get that AOS on there, which it really needs, fuel pumps, upgrade the intercooler, and go ahead and do an E85 map as well, since we're going to have all that extra fuel, and get this thing well into the 630 to 650 range with all those new parts, and wake this thing up and get it where the guy really wants it to be, because he was just really disappointed with how it's been performing. And I'm sure the boost oscillations had to feel terrible on the street, because it was just like, felt like someone was like letting in and out of the throttle as you were going through the RPM range. So that's already a lot better, but now he's going to also get it back with a lot more power and all that as well. So stay tuned for that next video, and give us a like and subscribe and all that so you don't miss out. Thanks, guys.